population of the world is 6.7 billion. The average American makes $47,400 per year. The population living on less than $10 per day, or $3,650 per year, is 5.15 billion, or 76% of the entire world. The population of people living on less than $2 a day, or $730 a year, is 2.8 billion, 41% of the entire world. It boils down to this: 2 out of every 5 people in the world today live in poverty, meaning they are struggling to find their next meal, dying from diseases we have cured, drinking unclean water, and don't have access to the basic education to learn how to get themselves out of the circumstances they were born into. This is a story of just one village whose people live on less than $1 a day. But this is not the only village.
This is Isaac Lilongwe, and today I'm with Danny to show him around how the buildings and where the people live and what do they eat. So we have just started with this house here yet, and so far these are the people who lives on this residence. So here you go. Yes, this is the storeroom of the house itself. This local pot is the pot where they keep the water, and they have got also some shelter, which is very, very bad.
I later discovered that many of the villagers contract malaria several times a year. Malaria is a disease transmitted by only one type of mosquito that only comes out during the night. If the village had adequate nets, the malaria would cease to exist. A mosquito net costs $1.
Comes again and sleep here. As I already said and showed you the dumbbell down there, that it attracts a lot of mosquitoes. Look, there is not even a mosquito net here, and there is not even a good bracket that the children they can lie. Imagine, it might be difficult for me to touch this one because they have urinated through it, but this is where they this is where more than 3 children uses. That's this house, and it has got 6 people on it. The parents and 4 children. So there is a very big, staffing, and they only depend on farming. But for them are not working, they are not on a work. So that's what they are doing. You can see that the whole village is here. They survive in cassavas and sleeping on the mud as they don't have brackets and other things. So as the disasters they're doing that, which means there is what we call day. Also the food, which is rare. The boys are keeping the food. When they have ate it during the evening hours, they keep the food even in the morning. They don't mind whether the flies attack the food, but what they only need is how can they survive. You can even see that there is a bathroom where they take some shower here in terms of bathing. And they use this basin. What they normally do is to put the water on the other side and put it like that. As the result, they start, taking the bath. These toilets becomes very awful, especially in the rainy season. To say honest, because when a rainy season, a lot of flies on the whole, and after a lot of flies, the guys are able to get a lot of diseases. So you can just see out there, that is their temporarily made toilet. Yes. These are the people who stays here on the. This is the mother, and this is the daughter, and this is the firstborn himself.
Imagine being 15 years old and the head of your household because your father died from HIV/AIDS. This is not just the case for this young man, but millions across Africa. We visited house after house, and there seemed to be no difference between them.
And this is the owner of the house, I said.
They all lacked sanitation. They all lacked malaria nets. No one had clean running water. No one had warm blankets. Every house you went into was empty. At one of the houses we visited, we came across a disabled girl. Imagine being born in a place like this with a disability. There is no health care.
Hello.
There is no special education.
Hello. Can I shake your hand?
I couldn't help but think This is not just one day. This is her life. Every day she just sits here, waiting to die. It seemed everyone here lived day to day. No jobs, no source of income, no education, just surviving, eating the same thing every day.
This is their garden of cassava garden. That's just over there, where these people they live, where they survive through for the lunch. Yes. Okay. The cassavas are thrown here. This is very smelling water, if you can see it, and you can smell by yourself. So when they're thrown here, they are being put there to dry. And when they have been put there to dry, they are able to pound it. How can they make a lunch? And there is a sieve. And after pounding it, they put cassavas. Those are dried cassavas that are just there. So after pounding it, they put it on a sieve, right, to separate from flour and others. And they have these things, right, where they normally sieve, so that they should only get flour. That's what happens in order for them to save their rice.
This is the finished product, enzima, what they eat for every meal. As a result of eating the same thing day after day, with no proteins or vitamins in their diet, many of them have spots on their head where hair has fallen out, and blindness is all too common. It also makes them more susceptible to the sicknesses and diseases they are surrounded with on a daily basis. Despite all the hardships many of these kids face on a day-to-day basis, I was amazed at the amount of joy they had. At one point, as we traveled around, they all started singing and dancing.
Isaac, what are they singing about?
These kids are singing about how happy they are.
To find out more about Taking Back Lives and how you can make a difference, go to takingbacklives.org.
Yeah, hello. Today we're in Africa. It's warm, it's wet, we're hungry, and that's about all.